Hi, welcome to valuationpodcast.com, a podcast and video series about all things related to business and valuation. My name is Melissa Gragg, and I provide online divorce, mediation, and valuation services in St. Louis, Missouri. We're speaking today with T.H. Irwin and Jessica Klingbaum, the exEXPERTS, about advice and resources for divorcing couples. They're divorce mentors, and their mission is to educate, empower, and support people to make the best decisions for their outcomes. Welcome, TH and Jessica. How are you?
Thank you so much for having us today.
We are great. So happy to be here with you.
Now, based on some of these lessons, you basically created this website and these resources. And was that just the emphasis? Like, we went through this and we had to create our own way, and I don't want other people to do it? Or was it even like you felt called, like what? Because you could have easily both gotten divorced and just been like, you know what? I don't ever want to talk about that ever again. People ask me all the time, like, why do you continue to do divorce? Isn't it sad and frustrating and horrible? And I was like, yeah, it is horrible, but fundamentally, we should have a choice. Like, we were told a long time ago that we marry one person and we have to do it for the rest of our lives. I don't believe that's true. I believe you have a choice of who you're going to walk this path with, and it could change. And you as a sovereign person should be able to make that decision. So, but what kind of create, and so that's why I do the space. And I go in there to help people financially know the truth. Right. But you guys are kind of doing different things, which is, here's the stuff. Here's the people, because it's not just like, oh, here's a resource. You guys are actively interviewing, showcasing the people that can help you get through this process. So talk to us some more about these lessons and how they kind of created a business for you.
This was mission based because we couldn't be educated. And I really did rely on my lawyer to educate me, which is why I think I got so entangled with her. Mm-hmm. Because if she's not going to tell me, who's going to tell me? Who's going to tell us the right thing to do? And are we going to hurt ourselves? Is this going to, like, what's going to happen? So knowledge is power, everybody. It just is. What I would have loved to rewrite was knowing that, okay, I'm married to a difficult person. Where do I go? Who do I speak with? What kind of questions should I ask? Oh, I should interview multiple people. Oh, there are multiple ways to get a divorce. And wait, what about paying for it? How am I going to do that? Like, really take time to discover and teach yourself. So we didn't have that knowledge, but you can. And we created exEXPERTS as an aggregated information platform for everything divorce. You're thinking about it, you're in it, you're out, and don't take being out for granted, because guess what? Your team's gone now. They're not on the payroll. You're going to pull up your big girl, your big boy pants, and you're going to go out in the world now with nothing that you learned, right? Because you're not learning through your divorce, you're getting through your divorce. Right. We are teaching you through your divorce. So you can take the tools and knowledge and experience and create the best outcome for you. Your outcome is going to be different than someone else's. I am in a serious relationship now, and I didn't plan. I wasn't like coming out of my divorce being like, I really need to find a serious relationship. But because of my knowledge and growth and support with friendship and all of that, and becoming financially savvy, you become one with yourself. And then people appear in your life, whether it's a partner or a new best friend or business opportunity. So Jessica, really, the two of us really have been walking along this journey together in different shoes, but still together. Mm-hmm. And as different as our, thoughts are on some things and our personal experiences are, the feelings are what unite us. So regardless of you being a man or a woman, or no matter how you identify, we get the feelings. Mm-hmm. And you're not alone, and you don't need to be fixed. There's nothing wrong with you. You are not crazy. Those are all the myths that we want to bust. Divorce is not a shameful thing. Let's normalize it. Let's talk about it. So we created this platform with a bunch of amazing hired professionals like Melissa in law, in finance, in dating, in styling, in nutrition, in kids, in therapy, you name it. And if we don't have it, we'll get it. So that you can come to exEXPERTS first and say, okay, where do I begin? Oh, this, I didn't know this. I didn't know that. You don't have to go to a million websites. We have it all. And we've given you access to these exceptional people all across the world to teach you. So you can go into a lawyer and say, these are my questions for you. Okay. And take on that position of power and confidence that everybody can do. So that's the purpose.
I also just want to add, I feel like it's important for people to know we're not advocating for divorce at all. All we're saying is that if that's the road you're going down, it's better to have the information that you need. And you don't know what you don't know because you haven't been through it before in most cases. But we know because we have been through it before. And we can give you the questions that you should ask a lawyer. How do you know if it's the right lawyer for you? Here's how. Ask them these questions. How do I know if I need a forensic accountant? Here's how. Listen to this episode of the Divorce Etc. podcast. How am I going to be able to co-parent with my ex? Here's how. Like, we know those things because we're so far ahead of it. And with all the things that we didn't know back then that we've learned, now we're putting that out on, a silver platter and a one-stop platform with all of the things divided into all the categories that go along with divorce.
Well, and the fact of the matter is, if you don't have a plan and you don't have a strategy and you don't, and I like to say, if you don't keep the end in mind about how you're going to progress, then you're just, like you even said, you're just getting through this. But the problem is you're relying upon all of these people to know what to do. And that is kind of like the things that we are doing in our space of mediating valuations or really complex financial matters. Really, nobody said anybody could do that. Like, oh, how could you do that? And it was like, because it was necessary, because it's needed, because people are tired of spending hundreds of thousands of dollars getting divorced. But you can't just assume that, oh, somebody who has done this for so long has all the answers. You have a unique experience and situation, and you need to find the right players that are for that situation. But if you don't educate yourself, you're just going to be like, well, I guess what they said was right. And what if it's not? What if it is old knowledge? What if they are thinking archaically, because a lot of people they're just like doing the work. Oh, we're going to fight till we get to court. No, there's ways to back that out and to have a more amicable process, but you don't know about it unless you do the research and unless you educate yourself. And so just hoping you hire somebody and they take it from there, you're going to come out, it's going to be more expensive. You're probably not going to get what you want. And you're going to look back at the end and be like, why did I listen to all these people? So and vetting people is a big deal. Like if you sat down and met somebody and they don't resonate with you in some capacity, or it's actually difficult to be around them, you're going to be with these people for a while.
I always say, like, the people that you are working with during your divorce, I mean, those are intimate relationships. It's like with your therapist. I mean, these are people that you are spilling your guts to about all of the dirty laundry that you have from your marriage. You have to be comfortable with these people. So we've vetted them for you. That's what exEXPERTS is about. We vetted them for you. We have the information. It's either in the podcast. Well, I shouldn't say either. It's both in the podcast and online on the website. And it's all right there.
And we've also started doing events, and we bring 3 exEXPERTS in. We've done ones about what kind of divorce is right for me. How am I going to pay for my divorce, to date or not to date, divorcing a narcissist, family matters, and
Co-parents.
the men's point of view on divorce, because we want a lot of voices here. But everybody who we feature, we have vetted and we know is an exceptional person for you to learn from. Not
Mhm.
everybody is a right match for everybody, but
Mhm.
there are lessons to be learned. So as you go through this process, keep your eyes open for good lessons and bad lessons so that you don't repeat them or you'll do it differently next time. There's a lesson in every experience and every relationship that you embark on. So be present, take notes, and you're in charge of your own life. We're just
Yeah.
helping you get there.